Hi, welcome back into the Happy Place Garden. I'm Melinda, and today is a busy day. We've got a lot going on. Tomorrow we're hosting a plant swap at our property, so I've been trying to get the yard and everything looking good, and we've had gorgeous weather. It's hit almost 80 degrees I think yesterday, and it will today. There's rain in the forecast for tomorrow, so that's kind of a bummer, but taking advantage of it and enjoying all the green that the Pacific Northwest has in the springtime with all the rain that we get. And then I have to take my son to a baseball game, and then after that I have to go to a birthday party, and then after that, luckily he's doing an overnight at a friend's house, so we will have the evening to kind of finish things up out here. But I have about an hour, and there were a couple things I wanted to do before tomorrow. So one is I picked up these proven winners. They are the Luscious Royal Cosmo and Lantana, and I've never grown Lantana before. I'm not sure why, but it gets these beautiful pink and orange flowers, so I think they'll be pretty. And I picked up these pots, or these urns I should say, if you can see them back here, at Home Depot, and I love them. So they are in our little boxwood room off of our the back of our house on our patio that I did a video on, which I can stick a link up here. And so gonna do that. And then the next thing is I picked up these Jackmanii Superba Clematis that I'm going to put on the side of our house where I relocated a couple of the trellises that we had. So I'm going to repurpose those. I had them around with the clematis that I put for this arbor here, the El Presidente ones. I had one of those on a trellis, and then I snuck one from somewhere else. So put those on the side of the house. I like how they look. So I've got some daylilies underneath, which I'll show you, and then I'm going to put those underneath and climbing the trellises. So I think that will be good. And this, the Jackmanii Superba, is a very deep purple, hopefully blue. The picture, it looks really purple, but in my mind I remember them being a little more blue toned, so I'm hoping that's the case. But they are I believe that, oh actually it's a Group C. I was thinking it was a Group B, but it's a Group C, and they will bloom from June to September. They get to from 12 to 20 feet tall height, and the flower size is about 4 to 6 inches, so that's a good size flower, so that will be kind of fun. So I'll get those in the ground, and then after that, if I still have time, I plan on transplanting some of the creeping thyme that I have over by the chicken coop, and putting that between the stepstones, which you can't see, but it's underneath the arbor here, in that little walkway. So I'm going to do that real quick too. So lots to get done. I will, since I've got so many different tasks, I think I will do that timestamp thing in the description. I haven't done that before, but I'll try that for you guys. So in case you want to skip ahead to something, or want to go back and look, at something, then you can do that. So thanks so much for tuning in. And if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you want to follow more of my videos, you can click that subscribe button and the notifications so you see when I post new videos. I try to post twice a week on Thursday and Sunday, and I also sometimes do some shorts as well. So so thanks for sticking with me and enjoying this beautiful day, and we'll get some planting done. Stay tuned. So this Luscious Lantana Royal Cosmo from Proven Winners is a more mounding type annual. So I'm just gonna do one for this pot. This is an urn that I got at Home Depot, and I'll show you the tag here in a second. But I thought, this would be a nice rounded mounded pop of color for back here. It gets between 12 and 26 inches, and I think will be perfect. So I'm just gonna make a little hole here. I've filled it with some fresh potting soil with some compost in there. And I've got some Job's Organic Fast Start fertilizer that I had. Just do a little sprinkle of that. I don't worry about, when I've got a new potted plant, I don't worry too much about adding too much fertilizer to it. I will be using some liquid fertilizer, and when I water this, probably once a week I'll use that liquid fertilizer. I'll probably have to water them in the height of the season, probably every day. We don't do drip here, maybe someday, but not yet. We don't get too hot, but last summer we had a lot of dry months. I think we went 3 months or so without any rain, so it was a little brutal last year. But just gonna pop that in, try to get it centered here. Tap it in, and then I'll give that a good watering in, and that's it. I'll do the other one. Tag for the urn. It is a 21.25 inch classic urn from Home Depot, color granite. It's lightweight, durable, weather resistant. It's like a resin type urn, which I like it. So I would love to have stone urns, but a little out of the budget, and I don't like how heavy they are to move around. So these I can manage myself. And when you get them, you have to dig or drill, not dig, drill a hole in the bottom for drainage. So make sure to do that. So this is where the Jackmanii Superba Clematis are going to go. I'm going to plant them right here and have them grow up the arbor, and down at the other arbor, or I guess it's not an arbor, it's a trellis. Sorry about that. This trellis. These are just some black aluminum trellis that I got at Lowe's a few years back. So I think they might still carry this same model. And this one, it's a little dirty. I haven't scrubbed it yet, and probably won't this year, but oh well, too many projects. So I'm going to get them into the ground right underneath. That one should be easy. There's enough space for it. This one, there's not as much space. So I'm going to have to kind of maybe dig some of the daylilies out. These are orange blooming daylily. They only bloom for like a couple weeks and then they go away. At some point I'll probably remove these and do something else, but for now they give quite a show. So for ease of getting this guy in the ground, I'm going to remove a little trellis here. And just gonna move I have it mulched with some bark. I'm gonna move some of that to the side. So since clematis grow really fast, I tend to want to buy cheaper ones. This was only $8 at Lowe's. And you can buy them, larger size, but for more, like twice as much. But since they grow really fast, I'm fine with getting a smaller one. And like I said, it is easier to plant as well. So I'm going to put some of that same, once I get my glove back on, that same fast start fertilizer in the hole, just a little bit, move it around. Let's see if we can get this guy out of here. Its roots are kind of coming through the bottom here, so try to ease it out. There we go. And just plant it right at surface level. And put that mulch over the top. And give it a good watering in, and then I'll put the trellis back. And clematis like to have their feet shaded. They like the sun on the top and shade on the bottom on their roots. They like their roots cool. So these daylilies should provide some nice, good protection for them. And then we'll get this trellis back. See if we can get it. It's very delicate. Let's see if we can get it to wrap around. They have these little tendrils that like to grab onto things, but not right away. Usually by overnight they will grab on. So we'll see how it does by tomorrow. And that's it. Sorry about the shadows, but you can see the plant, the clematis in here. And it will start to grow up this trellis. Should look really pretty. Whew, it got hot. I'm like sweating. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm running out of time. We need to go to my son's baseball game. And so I will come back afterwards. And I don't know if I'll have time after the baseball game before the birthday party, but either this afternoon, back from the baseball game, or after the birthday party. So stay tuned, more to come. Remember to keep your containers if you buy plants at Lowe's. Steph from Hooked and Rooted reminded me of this fact. If you keep your receipt and keep the containers that they came in, and if the plant dies within that first year that you purchased it, you can take it back to Lowe's and get an exchange or your money back, I think. So good tip. But that means you also have to keep the containers for a long time, which I'm not always the best at doing that. But with these, I'll know pretty soon if they're gonna make it or not. So I'll keep them for a little while. Hi, so we're back from the baseball game, and now I'm gonna transplant some of that thyme. So gotta grab my tools and see where they are. I'm gonna show you where I'm going to put that thyme. So here is where I want that thyme to go. This is our little arbor area with the clematis that are going to be growing up on either side. El Presidente variety. And we have these 3 aggregate blocks. And sorry about the lawn mowing. Our neighbors are mowing because it's finally a beautiful day today. So these aggregate blocks I had, obviously, with all the moss on them. And then there's all that dirt around them. So I thought that having the creeping thyme here would be really nice. And also thinking about the areas around the ends of the blocks. I might put some, I had dug up some ajuga that had been in this bed. So I might put some of that bronze leaf ajuga back in here. So I think that might be nice. So I'll show you where I'm going to harvest that thyme. So my thyme, I have it back behind our chicken coop. And it started out in this area with a little 2-inch pot I bought years ago. And as you can see, it kind of loves this area. I'm sorry about my shadow there. Loves this area and grows down where I have these stepstones. And they were growing up over the stepstones, and so I dug some out already around that one. And I'm gonna harvest some from around this one too. Wanted to give you a little side excursion, little sneak peek into something. There's some blueberries I picked up. Something we're gonna be working on in the next week is planting MacGregor's little garden. Isn't this so cute? So I got some compost and of my own, and then topped it with some store-bought compost. So it's gonna be cute. We're gonna plant the blueberries and some strawberries and some vegetables in here. So that will be another day. Just heading back behind the chicken coop, back to where this thyme is growing. pretty shallow rooted. So I'm just taking my little trowel, my knee bore trowel, and digging it up. It's pretty dry. Probably should have watered it first. Finding that edge, the stepping stone, digging down and getting those roots. Whew, I'm done. That was a very warm afternoon. I got all my projects done though, so excited about that, and gonna head inside, cool down a little bit, and head off to the birthday party. And then when I get back, I hope maybe do a little more cleanup, some weed whacking and things like that in the yard, and get ready for tomorrow for our plant swap, which should hopefully, if I'm able to capture enough footage of that, should be able to show you that in the next video. So I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.